Now it's time for the hottest 5 minutes of your morning. It's time for the Chamber of Five, a chance for you to find out what's happening with Bozeman area businesses as we talk with the Chamber of Commerce and businesses that are members. Now let's check in with Charlie for the Chamber 5 on K-Bear.
It's Charlie with the Chamber 5. Joining me is CEO Mr. Daryl Schliem of the Bozeman Chamber of Commerce. Good morning, Daryl. Man, it's looking like winter outside already. We're still in the fall and everything. But does that give you hope as far as the winter tourism season? Or what happens in the wintertime in Bozeman once we actually get skiing and all that fun stuff going on? Does the Chamber gear up as they normally do? What's the difference as compared to summer months?
Yeah, so it is. One of the things that you see the big shift on is when we look at, and that's where a lot of our marketing dollars go to. When we look at the $2 bed tax that we have for tourism business from Truman District, we basically are putting that money toward about 60% of it toward winter to try to grow that market so we become a year-round destination.
Right.
To be able to have all businesses be able to succeed, that they don't have to have temporary employees, they don't have to have the swings that you normally see. And I think we've done a very good job of that, Charlie, and especially coming into winter. I will tell you, you see the ski bums, and sorry about that, but you could say the ski bums that are out there, they've been pretty quiet. But boy, with the amount of snow we've had in the last few days, and then a Big Sky Resort having that snowmaker continually starting all the time after a 30-inch base, I know that there's people who can't wait for Turkey Day because Thanksgiving Day is the day it opens.
Right, exactly.
And
the pow coming down right now. I just saw some cross-country skiers, as I was taking my kid to school and everything over in Sacagawea and whatnot. But on the professional side, Nordic skiers or that sort of thing happening over there up in Bridger, right? Is that where they got that going on?
Yes, it is. So Bridger Bowl, at the bottom of it, they put in a Nordic track that's made some major investments in that community, and we're very, very pleased to be able to continue to work with them with the Bridger Foundation. Nice. And what they're doing at the Bridger Ski Resort continued. The one thing we don't have here with our visitors that come in, they expect a hotel in that vicinity, and it isn't. It's a short drive up 16 miles up to Bridger to be able to bowl and Bridger Bowl to be able to ski and things. But the hard part about that is they got to get accustomed to what transportation looks like. And Bridger Bowl's done a good job of transporting them from Gallatin County Fairgrounds and getting buses to go up so people don't have to make that trip on their own. I think the biggest change that we make over right now is to let people know that even though it's mud season for us, all our hiking trails are still open, all our biking trails are still open. Highlight Canyon is probably the most beautiful time of the hike right now to be able to go up there. And as that transitions into it, we'll look as it gets colder and colder, some of the best ice climbing that you can have at Palisade Falls.
Ooh, it's fun to watch videos of people doing that, or just seeing pictures like, what are you doing? That's a giant icicle, and you're on it? How do you stay on that thing?
It is. And in the past couple of years, if you've been to the fairgrounds at all, when we held the ice climbing competitions there, it's international draw now, coming to Bozeman, Montana, to be able to see what we have going on. And I want to thank Conrad Anker. He's the one that first started putting that on, getting it known out there what we have for, who would think, world-class ice climbing, world-class Nordic skiing. And basically, if you look at the Big Sky and Bridger, 5 different terrains for skiers to come here that can do it within about a 40-mile variation of being able to ski right now. So we continue to see that market grow, and it's something that we continue to push. I know that my son, when he was going to Montana State University, kind of come home mad at me one day. He said, you know what, you're ruining this for us. This used to be the locals' mountain at Bridger.
Locals only. Where are you from? That sort of thing. You're like, hey, man, that's some form or another. We're all transplants. I come from Alaska. To me, Montana's adorable because it's like Alaska Junior to me, but I still love it. I love this terrain. I love this region. I love the weather, and that's why I've got an SUV and also a little car to run around in the warm weather with. But, so I get that. I get that pushback, and hopefully it doesn't get too malicious out there. But it's great for our local economy and everything.
It is
people
great
coming on in. So.
And the other events that you have out there, you have the skiing behind horses, and I can't remember the name that's behind that. Ski joring. And sorry, Charlie, I'm not up to that right now. But I tell you what, those that do it, it looks like a great thing to do during the off season if you're not rodeoing and having your on the back of a bull, I guess. So I would encourage people to get out and see the snowmobile events that Big Sky has. All the different climates, because Big Boy Toys has all the different snowmobiles you can rent. So our economy is starting to become year-round. I'm going to say we have about an 8-week 4 weeks right now and 4 weeks in the spring. But what we're trying to do is fill those in so that Bozeman becomes a year-round destination, not only for business, not only for tourism, but a blend of the two that makes the community who it is, especially in a great Montana State University town to add on top of that. So it's a pleasure to see snow come, and I think it bodes well for early bookings and bodes well for us for 2022 and a fast start hopefully in 2023.
Well, it's always a pleasure talking to you, Daryl Schliem, CEO of the Bozeman Chamber of Commerce. Thanks for joining me this morning.
Charlie, thank you again for having me.
Thanks, Charlie. That has been the Chamber 5, a chance for you to visit with the Bozeman Area Chamber of Commerce and its businesses to find out what's happening in business in Bozeman. Let's get you back to more good times and great oldies now on 99.9 K-Bear.